Hello, everyone. I wish you all the best. I wish you blessings from the God of heaven and the Creator of it, of course. This is Be You, unique. Remember, you have to learn like yourself. Improve all you have to improve, but like yourself. Because you are unique. You have been created with your own personality. So you have to be you because you are different from others. You are unique. Today we are going to talk about issue here which is more important. In previous video we have seen well about encouraging your children to read. But the question is this one here. Which method which is more important than the other? I I say the method of reading. We have two methods. Electronic, I mean screen reading, or print. Which is more important than the other? That is the issue we are going to talk about today. So, why reading is so important for children? Screen or print? Uh, as a parent, which does your child prefer to read? The printed page or the digital screen? So, today, we are going to see which is the best way to read, which method which is better than another one. Many youths would choose a screen for a generation raised to click on next link or scroll the next page within seconds. So books just don't hold their attention. Reading on an electronic device certainly has advantages. For example, when you use electronic device in reading, the search feature can help you is more closer to you. You can find it more easily as you need. You can find it very quickly. So the people who read from digital device have a number of other helpful tools at their fingertips. For example, with a simple click or tap, readers may be able to find the definition of a word, play audio, watch a related video, or access supplementary information through a hyperlink. But the question is this one. Is that reading on printed material? Is that method expired? Well, this method of reading printed material can help you more than using electronics. Remember, electronics has their own advantages, like helpful tools, like information, word, play, audios related to that what you are reading, videos, and other supplementary information through a hyperlink. But reading printed material can help you more than electronics. So that is all we are going to talk about on this next paragraphs. Here, when you are reading on printed material, the first advantage you get is attention. When you read on a screen, pop-ups and notifications often can distract you. So this becomes very difficult to keep on focusing on what you are reading. So here, that's the first advantage of reading on printed material. You focus on what you are reading instead of using electronics because pop-ups, notifications, those things can distract you from what you are trying to focus on. Another one, when you read on phone or tablet, it's very easy to be sidetracked by unrelated apps, to be tempted to play a game, to do whatever. So, but when you are reading on printed material, you cannot meet with those challenges. The Bible principle here that can help you to understand what this is, you can find it in Colossians chapter 4 verse 5. Make the best possible use of your time. When you are on printing material, you use well your time because you cannot be distracted by notifications from electronics devices. But as a parent, think about it. Does my child have the self-discipline to avoid the distractions while reading or studying on a digital device? If not, how you may help your child to learn to focus. Maybe you can use printed materials in order to get your child focus on what he's or she's studying. The second advantage of reading on printed material is comprehension. Comprehension. Multiple experiments have shown that readers simply do not gain the same level of comprehension reading on screen than they not do. But let me read again this one. Multiple experiments have shown that readers simply do not gain the same level of comprehension reading on a screen that they do on paper. That's a statement that is made by the book called Be the Parent, Please. So one reason is that people who read on screens tend to skim material rather than ponder over it. On the web, says author Nicholas Carr, we want to gather as much information as quickly as our eyes and fingers can move. At time, of course, skimming has benefits. The problem, Carl notes, is that it is becoming our dominant mode of reading. As a result, your child could develop a habit of breezing through material without grasping its meaning. When you are on screen, you read, but you read quickly because you want more information. So that is why you read quickly without understanding, without thinking what you are reading. So it's very easy that it becomes as a method of using, even if you are reading important thing, you want to think before continue. So that is the problem of reading on screen. Here, Bible principle can help you to understand this. You can find it in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. With all you acquire understanding. So you need to think in order to get understanding on what you are reading. So when you read on printed materials, it's very easy to focus and to think before continue reading. That's the second advantage of using printed materials. The third advantage here, but before going to the third advantage, as a parent, you may think how you can help your child to learn and to explore a topic more deeply, whether on paper or on screen. It's your choice to get your child to explore a topic more deeply by using either paper, on screen. The, the third one, when you read on printed material, this helps you to think more, to think about, uh, of course, but after thinking about, you provide also retention. Compared to printing, reading notes, Ferris Jabra in an article published in Scientific American, reading on an electronic device may drain more of our mental resources and make it a little harder to remember what we read. Reading a printed book, for example, can help a memory by creating visual map of where on page or two-page spread a certain point was found. The result may be a mental bookmark for later reference. In addition, researchers have found that those who read printed material tend to absorb the information more deeply. They recall information because they seem to learn it better. When when you use to read on printed material, you read, you think as you have seen, and you deeply understand all you are reading. And also, if you have understood what you have read, if you have recognized what you have read, it's very easy to remember what you have read. And maybe some of us may remember the pages you read on that book. So this point is very understandable. It's better, it's very easy to remember if you read on printed material. Here there is a principle, Bible principle can help you to think about and to understand well. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 21. Safeguard practical wisdom and thinking ability. So as a parent, you can think about this. Is it difficult for your child to understand or remember all he or she has read or studied? If so, how can it help you improve your child's study habits? Or do you using a print publication help? So, but what you have to consider is this one. Your child's performance is more precious than preference. People tend to overrate their ability to read from screen. So you have to think about and make a choice according to the performance, not according to preferences. So let's make a small review of what we were talking about. Remember, some of us may choose to read on screen, but according to the majority, reading on printed material can help you more than reading on screen because of three things that we have seen. The first one, attention. While reading on phone or tablet, a child might become distracted. Not only childs, but also adult people might become more distracted by pops-up notifications on unrelated apps. So, it's the second one, comprehension. People who read on screens tend to skim material rather than ponder over it. The third one, retention. Youth and adults tend to remember better when they read from printed page. So, that is the comparison between reading on screen and reading on printed area. So keep being blessed. This is Be You, Unique.